Hello and welcome back. I am the Muted Goat, and this is episode 17 of my Let's Play Civilization 4 Realism Invictus as the Americans on a giant map. Okay, we're just going to continue on building up our area here. I could theoretically declare war or something on the Madang again and try to take some more territory, but I'm kind of at the point where I'm worried about getting stretched too thin, so I'm not going to do that right now. As you saw in the last episode, I was starting to get some separatism issues. So it's not the most exciting thing, obviously, just hitting next turn over and over, but that's kind of what you have to do when you have separatism on. Let's see here. We haven't had any big separatism events yet, which is a little surprising to me. I bet it happens more once all the other civs start getting into the Renaissance era. That's where civilizations can really start to, like the stronger civs can really exert their pressure, or exert their weight, I should say, on the weaker civs. And it looks like the Irish have a pretty massive civilization over there, but it could just be two different civs side by side are both green, so I actually think that might be what's going on. And that definitely is what's going on. I actually sent this guy. I realized after the fact that I sent him to, what is this? The Abyssian capital, when I need to send it to the Celtic capital. So I'll get that fixed there. And let's see. Sure. Moving all these troops to these cities should help with the separatism. I would need to build, I don't know, a lot of irregulars to occupy these cities if I wanted to continue in another war, so I'm not going to do that. We can't demand gold from the Koreans because we just declared peace. And I forgot that I did in fact build a lot of irregulars, or a couple of them at least. Let's see. Tag Demp's fine. That's a good enough spot. We'll keep this one in Detroit. Okay. I think another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bump my culture up to 5% and drop my science a little bit. Just to get my new cities a little extra boost on expanding their borders. Okay, this is one of my exploration cogs that's being attacked right now. And they are gone. Okay, Mansa Musa. Yes, we are kicking a civilization when it's down.
Naturalists with microscopes have told me that it teems with quiet fun.
Okay. I'm gonna go for labor specialization. Germ Theory in Omaha. Yeah. Anatomic Atlas in Chicago, that works. And I'm hoping I can vote myself in as the leader of the Apostolic Palace. More irregulars. We'll have to decide where we build that national park. It will be somewhere that has a river and somewhere that isn't a critical city for like production or something like that. Because when you build the national park, it removes your access to coal, and you want it on a river so that when you get electricity, the first power plants that are available to you are coal power plants, and you don't have access to those, but pretty quickly you can get hydroelectricity. So then you'd be able to build a hydroelectric power plant. I can't do the opera. Not today. Sure. So I'm thinking maybe like Moscow or something like that. We do a national park. They've already got a couple forests in there. City radius, so yeah, I think that's going to be the plan. What are they building? Line infantry. I do have 13,000 gold right now. Oh yeah, because I sold my maps to everyone last game. That's funny. That's a lot of gold. But I eventually will use it because upgrading this many troops, or the amount of troops that I have to their, like industrial area equivalents will be expensive. It'll be more expensive than 13,000, that's for sure. Man. They're strong enough that I'm not going to make a demand, but asking me to go to autocracy right now is just absurd. How dare they? Alright. Okay, let's go back to Senna or Senya. I'm not sure which one it is. Alright. Let's negotiate this and have you give me all your money. Another Medang revolt. Yeah, and part of the reason I upped my culture a bit was so that the cities would become more Americanized quicker. I think that's how it works. The more culture you generate out of the city, the more Americanized it gets over time. Denver is slowly but surely building all the buildings it needs. Should probably get some cultural buildings in Houston to push on turn 8 here. But I guess they need greenery, smokehouse, that stuff first.
A human being should be able to change a diaper, plan an
Labor
invasion,
specialization.
butcher a hog, con a ship,
We're going
design
to
a
keep
building,
free
write a
commoners
sonnet,
for the
balance accounts,
+2 gold from
build a
town.
wall, set a
Forgot how
bone,
long this.
comfort the dying, take orders, give orders, cooperate, act alone, solve equations, analyze a new problem, pitch manure, program a computer, cook a tasty meal, fight efficiently, die gallantly.
Yeah,
Specialization is for insects.
that is a lot of words. Okay. We go medicine. So I'm going to be building manufactories everywhere, which give you 1 unhealthiness. And medicine, I think you can build hospitals, which will offset that. Good on that everywhere. No, you don't need a manufacturer yet here in Houston. Library. Yeah, let's do school for some more culture. Yeah, it's going to be a long time before I can spread culture around here, but it will happen eventually. I think. Their capital is there, so Hujung Gala. It'll be a long, long time before you can spread culture there. Spanish. Tributary state. No, they don't even have gold. And the Turks, same thing. Manufacturing, followed by the national park in Moscow. And continue with cultural buildings on any of these border cities. Even Mysore will help. Here in Brunei, we'll be able to push some culture out of Chan Chan, I think, here. Oh, we got 50 million people in the Renaissance era. That's pretty good. Jail. Can do school for some more culture. moving 2 frigates here so that they can
What's the plan?
escort our
Ready for action.
ships that have great merchants in the future. I don't want them getting picked off by privateers or barbarians. Yeah, sure. Manufacturer works. School. Give us gold for talking to us. University.
As to diseases, make a
Yeah,
habit of
so not a
taking
hospital,
to
clinic
help,
is
or
what you
at
can build,
least
and
to
then
do no harm.
antisepsis, anesthesia, and a Ministry of Healthcare. I think we're gonna go is. Oh, let's see the big picture. What do we want? Civil liberties would be nice. Farming mechanization would be nice too. Let's get physics though. Market regulation would be good. Yeah. I went right back to this song I skipped earlier. There we go.
Reporting for duty.
I'm just gonna send these guys right back to the Irish. Really, really happy I don't have espionage on. It would be just constant. If this many cities, I would have to have so many. I'd have to have a spy in each city, and then even then, I don't think it would help that much. I'd be just getting inundated with enemy spies. Okay. Let's like do courthouse and mayor's office in Houston. Actually, let's do something to give him some happiness. Jeweler, we'll give him 3 happiness. Otherwise, they're going to bump up on their happiness cap. Colombians. Another Madang revolt in Hujungala. Koreans. Merchant families by the Naguni. Sepsis in Detroit. We'll do anesthesia and St. Petersburg. Those are both limited buildings. Alright, I just gotta make sure I didn't lose Fujin Gala for some reason. Alright, it's still ours, but we lost, like, the culture. Huh. Not exactly sure what I can do about that. Same with Wolatika. These are still our cities. Just makes the culture go away temporarily. Everyone wants open borders with us because we're so far ahead technologically. Let's see if the culture comes back now. Okay, it did. I think it's just gonna take time to stop that happening. Yeah, we got the Tsukiji Fish Market. This gives you a unique resource of tuna, which is a food resource. It gives you 3 of them, and I don't think there's any other way to get that resource without getting the wonder, and it gives water tiles +1. I wonder if it's just in that city or in all cities. But anyways, it's a nice wonder to get. I think it's a nearly positive it's a wonder that's unique to this mod. Let's focus on culture. The Madang are rebounding a little bit. Mingyangel wants to trade world maps. Sure. I'll just trade world maps with them, see. I don't think that exposed anything for me. The Incan one open borders, no thanks. School, universities next. Okay. That's where the Chinese are. So this continent was pretty well consolidated. I believe this is where the Koreans used to be. And the Persians? Or no, the Koreans were on this continent. I'm being very American in this playthrough. I have no idea what's going on anywhere else in the world. Just focused on what's around us. Okay. Denmark wants us to declare war on the Hungarians. They're currently one of 2 civilizations that are happy with us, so sure. That's where we're gonna piss a bunch of people off, but I guess I don't really care anymore. Nobody is going to send a serious I'm not worried about any kind of invasion force from a different continent right now. Negotiate. They're just broke.
To every action, there is
They're
always opposed
subverting
and equal
my,
reaction.
My plans of charging them money every time they want to talk to me. And we're just kind of finishing up the last few Renaissance era technologies now, and then we're going to bump into the industrial era. Korean, quit talking to me. Clinic. Manufacturing. Our manufactories are boosted by that wonder we got a couple episodes ago, Leonardo's Workshop. I think they're obsolete with electricity, or that wonder is. Alright, we got a great profit, which does absolutely nothing for us. I'm going to keep him. I can start a golden age, but it's going to consume 2 great people, and one of those would be the great merchant I have on my way to the Celtics right now. The Korean civilization has been conquered, which makes me happy. That means I won't have to hear from their leader anymore, asking me for stuff every 3 turns, it seems. Okay, we did have an uprising in Get to Filth. I don't know what that is. And the rebels have proclaimed the independence as the barbarian state. Okay, so they went to barbarians. I wonder where that's at. Who had a minus? A big minus. Maybe you're near the English, but... Yeah, I don't know these cities. I don't think it's available to me. So that's kind of the first example of separatism we've seen. Where like a Civil War style event happened. Jeweler, so they got some happiness. We can go. I'll do a blast furnace, get their production up. Yeah, we got another Medang revolt. Tartar. Thank you for the 60 gold. Alright. I'm gonna make them all declare war on Stephen the Saint. It's a real bummer we got that great profit. I was actually hoping for a great artist so I could build a great work of art in either of these cities up here, the Hujangawa or Wilwatikta. but sadly, we got a great profit instead. And despite having so many nice cities, we're not really pumping out the great people, so. It kind of stinks when we get a great profit. Great profits are really nice early game when you found a religion. They're very, very useful then. But only like twice, and then it's kind of disappointing after that every time we get them, at least in my opinion. Oh, it failed. I only have 808 votes and it needs 860. No one else wanted to. That's a bummer. I think once I get to minority rights and go to free religion, my relations with a lot of these other civs will improve.
All work, even cotton spinning, is noble.
Because they will no longer
Work alone is noble.
hate me because I have the wrong religion. Clinic. Yeah, woolen mill. Clinic here. Tag dump, you can do this. Ministry of Sciences and Technologies. I want to build the woolen mill in places with a lot of towns. So like Buffalo would be a good one. But Buffalo has the worst production ever. Yeah, it's not good. But they have great commerce production because of all these towns. And I think I read in the patch notes that, or not patch notes, like the notes for 3.7 that you can automate your workers to upgrade all your farms to mechanized farms now. Whereas before you had to manually have them do it all, which I really don't want to do right now because I have a massive land mass with tons of farms. That would be not a lot of fun to do. Let's do things like a castle. So I will see about that once we get to farming mechanization. Alright, Moscow built that national park. Oh, we got another source of coal somewhere. Oh, because Moscow had a brick kiln. They can't use coal. Yeah, that's funny. Obviously not ideal to build a national park where you have a kiln going, but not a big deal. Clinic. Minneapolis has quite a few towns, so I'm good with a woolen mill there. Buffalo completes its manufactory. Yes. In 3 turns. Castle. Let's do an arsenal so you can build fortification. Clinic. You can go kiln there. Just gotta make sure all these. This wouldn't be a bad spot for a woolen mill either. I think I will do that. Kazan. They have a lot of towns. Bangalore is getting a great person in 2 turns too, and there's a decent chance it is a great artist. Buffalo will do woolen mill next. It's gonna take them like 800 turns to build it, but they'll get it eventually. I have enough gold I could like rush some of these buildings, but I'd rather save that gold for upgrading troops. Got another war popping off.
Agriculture is our wisest pursuit, because it will, in the end, contribute most to real
mechanized
wealth,
farm.
good morals, and happiness.
And the Ministry of Agriculture. Let's do. Let's see. Do a stock market. Factory. Clinic. And another great profit. That stinks. It really does. And you can't use 2 of the same type of great person to start a golden age, so I'm stuck with extra great profits. Okay, let's see about. I'm not seeing options to upgrade automatically to mechanized farms. Ooh. Which is a real bummer, man. Where are all the workers?
Yes?
If that's the case, I want them all over near Washington to start.
Reporting for duty. What do you
Let's look at worker. Yeah. I'm not seeing a way where it happens.
At your service.
Build improvements. Yeah. Well, crud.
Awaiting your orders.
Maybe I just dreamed that they would automatically do
What's the
it.
plan?
Maybe the idea is that
Yes?
automation won't destroy already built improvements
What do you need?
and will upgrade mechanized farms.
Yes? What's the plan? Awaiting your orders.
Yeah, I've only got like 20 minutes left in this episode, so
At your service.
I will look into that before the next episode. Because if that's the case, then I'll just automate
At your
them.
service.
Because I already have all the improvements I want. But I remember in the past, I tried just automating my workers, and they would
Ready for
do
action.
things like destroy normal farms and put slave farms there, or something stupid like that. So that is why I always felt I had to actually control them manually. I never liked
Yes?
what they would do with the automation. Yeah. So, for now, the plan is to build mechanized farms. It's going to take a long time. That's alright, though. Okay, you can do the Ministry of Agriculture in Newark. Building farms. Every time this song comes on, I have to turn up my headphones because I was watching back a prior episode, you know, doing quality control for the channel since I'm such a perfectionist with what I'm doing in this Let's Play. But I noticed I was like, I can't hear anything. The music stopped, and so I just skipped to the next song. Well, the issue was my headphone volume was down too low. And the song was actually playing loud and clear when I listened to it back in YouTube. But I do have things quieter in my headphones while I'm playing so that I can kind of hear myself talk a little bit. Thankfully, I have a whole bunch of workers, so maybe this won't take so long. Looks like Denmark is having some success against Hungary in their war. At least their scores are going in opposite directions. Haven't had any Madang revolts in a few turns, which is good. I hope no hardcore germaphobes are watching this episode, listening to those sneeze sound effects every time a clinic is built. Lumajang needs some food. I really just need to get to these potatoes next door. That'll happen eventually. Oh yeah, I did lose citrus fruit because I declared war on Hungary. Yongo wants open borders. No. Not unless you're happy with me. Lassen keeps losing culture. There's nothing more I can do, though. I mean, yeah. It all kind of makes sense. This is deep in the heart of Madang country. We're still the most cultured. I'll probably take a look at the graphs before I end this episode. They're always interesting to look at every once in a while. Alright, you can build privateers. World unit, 10 left. National unit, 3 left. So it sounds like there can only be 10 privateers at a time. Which means, yes, I'm going to have 3 of them. Just so there's only 7 others globally.
If stock market experts were so expert, they would be buying stock, not selling advice.
I want to build Wall Street in Washington if I can. Civil industry. Those are still all industrial era. So I'm going to stick with Renaissance era just because they're cheaper to build. Washington's doing its rolling mill in one turn, and then I'll do the stock market there. more gold a turn. Houston got its blast furnace. Yeah, just keep building privateers. Privateer. Let's see. Let's go attack a sloop. We'll lose, but gotta do something with the privateers. Gotta have at least one battle this episode, too. Yeah, and you can see, like, none of these mechanized farms have been built yet. Look at all these workers working on them. Did I miss any workers? I missed that guy. Let's get you over here. It's kind of hard to see them sometimes. To me, they blend in with the windmills. But I think I got all of them now. Trade post. The Yucatan. They're broke. I wanted to punish them for talking to me. Yeah, that's good jeweler. Oh, 81%. Cool. And let's pillage their fishing boats. Alright, the first batch of mechanized farms are mechanized. Christian IV is Denmark. That is not who I wanted to have everyone stop trading with. So I'm glad I voted no on that. Realized my mistake immediately, I should say. Let's get you healed up.
To secure
military
peace
silence.
is to
or
prepare
science.
for war.
I can upgrade my cannons and my pistoliers, I think it is. Ship of the line. High seas warfare. I will build some of those. Most people voted no on that. Okay. Bump up culture a little bit.
What do you need?
Let's
At your service.
upgrade all the cannons. 2,400 for that.
Ready for action. At your service. At your service.
I gotta find some of those
All present and accounted for.
pistolier.
All present and accounted
Yeah.
for.
Can't upgrade. 1,300 for that. Okay. Carrick was destroyed by a privateer. Well, someone else has got privateers. Very nice. Pushing their culture out, which is good. All right. Got those upgrades. Let's take a look at the graphs here. They're going to be very busy because we have so many civilizations, but we can see here score, especially once I started cutting the medang down. I am just way out ahead on total score, which is a good thing. You're seeing a lot of civilizations just die. Gold, yeah, gold is very weird. So these huge spikes you see from people, I think those are golden ages, but I'm not 100% sure. But currently, I do have a good lead in gold on everyone too. This is all like in total too, so it's not, there's no like per capita. So that's, I mean, I've got the biggest civ by far. This was my golden age for production, and production's actually gone down a little bit recently, but still way ahead of everyone. Crop yield should be the same, and so should power and culture. Yeah, crop yield way up there. Takes quite a long time for the game to process these these maps, or graphs I should say. Power way up there, obviously leveled off, and Yeah, Ireland's at 1.6 now compared to me, but even then, I've got a great army and culture. I'm just kicking the crap out of everyone. Demographics just shows you all of that, just in a numerical form, first, second, third. All right, Washington and Omaha are the two top 5 cities. 2 of the top 5 cities. That's based on culture. So if I want to go for a cultural victory, I would need to get a third city going and start building a lot of wonders and stuff there. But I don't know if I want to go cultural victory or not. But yeah, I'm going to call this an episode. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.